Okay, so the penultimate episode of Stranger Things 5 just hit, and wow, the world is literally hanging by a thread, right? The final battle is finally here, but their plan to win? Let's just say it's not simple.
And co-creator Ross Duffer really nailed it with this quote. That feeling of dread is exactly where we were left. Yeah, there's a plan, but there is a massive, terrifying question mark hanging over our heroes, and especially over one of them in particular.
So the team, they have a strategy, but the potential cost is just astronomical. We're going to break down their final plan and really unpack why it might just mean the end for 11.
But to get there, we first have to understand exactly what they're up against. Because this isn't just about killing people anymore. Oh no, Vecna has a much, much grander and way more terrifying vision.
So what is he actually trying to do here? This isn't just destruction for destruction's sake. No, this is about reshaping reality itself.
Vecna's whole logic is just completely twisted. He's using these 12 kids as like living batteries to channel this insane amount of energy. And his goal isn't just destruction. He wants to merge our world with a dimension he calls the Abyss. In his warped mind, it's a world of light that's going to expel our darkness. He's trying to completely overwrite reality as we know it.
And this is just a perfect example of how he's framing this whole monstrous plan. He's trying to position himself as some kind of savior, comparing all the world's problems to the Black Thing from A Wrinkle in Time, which of course is the exact same book Holly Wheeler is reading. It's such a chilling way to justify cosmic horror.
Now, before our heroes could even think about forming a plan, they had to throw out everything, and I mean everything they thought they knew about the Upside Down. Its very nature was the first huge domino to fall.
This right here is a complete game changer. For years, we all believed the Upside Down was this dark, twisted reflection of our world. But as Dustin brilliantly figured out, it's not another dimension at all. It's a wormhole. It's just a bridge connecting our reality to something else entirely.
This discovery basically builds a whole new map for the show's universe. So you've got Earth, our reality. Then there's the Upside Down, which isn't another world. It's just the bridge. And on the other side of that bridge, that's where you find the Abyss, the true alternate dimension, the place 11 banished Henry Creel to all those years ago.
So what holds that bridge together? Well, this is the absolute key. It's a single energy source that Dustin labels exotic matter. This isn't magic, it's physics. It's the power source for the entire Upside Down. And here's the kicker. If they can destroy it, the whole wormhole, the bridge, just collapses.
So, with the true nature of the enemy's world finally revealed, the team had all the pieces they needed to put together a plan. And it is a wild one, brought to you by a very unlikely strategist, Steve Harrington.
All right, let's walk through this because every step is just genius. First, they actually let Vecna's spell bring the worlds close enough for that radio tower to become their bridge. Next, Elle uses the lab's sensory deprivation tank to get inside Vecna's head. Step 3, with help from Max and Kali, she ambushes him to stop his spell. Now, stalling his spell creates a climbable path, a beanstalk, right into the Abyss. So while Elle's keeping him busy, the rest of the team scrambles up, rescues the kids, plants a bomb on the exotic matter, and gets the heck out before the entire bridge collapses. It's absolutely insane, but you know what? It just might work.
But this huge strategic plan, it just wouldn't be possible without all the deeply personal moments that finally brought this team back together. Before they could save the world, they really had to save each other.
And this moment, wow, it gets right to the emotional heart of the episode. Trapped, facing what looks like certain death, Jonathan and Nancy finally have that brutally honest talk they've been putting off. He doesn't propose, he unproposes, admitting that the ring was just a desperate attempt to fix them. It's just a moment of painful, beautiful truth.
And that tension between Dustin and Steve, it finally just exploded, with Steve lashing out over Eddie's death. It was a really brutal fight, but their reconciliation, with Dustin giving Steve Eddie's shield, was just as powerful. It was Steve finally admitting his anger was really just about missing his best friend, and the two of them found their way back to each other right before the final fight.
And then there's Will. To fight off Vecna's mental attacks, he had to take away his biggest weapon, the very secret Vecna was using against him. His coming out speech to the group wasn't just a personal victory, it was a strategic move. It strengthened his own resolve and got him the full, unwavering support of his friends right when he needed it the most.
So with all that emotional baggage finally unpacked and the battle plan locked in, the episode ends with every single piece moving into its final position on the board.
Everything is perfectly in place. Max is awake, Operation Beanstalk is a go, and Vecna's spell is happening. But then, Kali reveals this devastating catch. To make sure the gates never, ever open again, and to stop the military from ever weaponizing her blood, 11 has to go down with the ship. She has to vanish when the Upside Down collapses.
And that's where we're left. They have a plan. A plan that can save Hawkins, that can save the entire world from the abyss. But the final piece of that plan, the one that 11 seems to have agreed to, requires the ultimate sacrifice. Which leaves us with the only question that really matters heading into the finale. Can they find a way to save the world and save 11 too?